So by now, most of you guys have probably started working on your rank up event. That is the event that starts after you hit level 100 on your seasonal pass. And during this event, you can earn some of those raid exotics. You can even earn the Lexington or Terminal knee pads. And don't forget the full outfit that you guys can earn during this event. Plus you have 2 weapon skins and 4 arm patches. Now, if you guys haven't done your journey, well, this is the video for you because you can earn up to 5,280 from completing each journey mission, which is up to 7 of them. And each objective inside of them nets you 600 seasonal pass XP. And the reason this number is so high right now is because we do currently have a season XP ×2 multiplier on seasonal XP. But that's enough talking. Let's get into the journey. Here's 1 through 7. So for journey mission 1, this is the easiest one to do in my opinion. Eliminate hostiles with headshots. Obviously, this is just shoot enemies in the head 25 times, get the kills, and you guys will complete this one. That will be one that you need. For complete activities, these are any of your open world activities. The good thing about this one is you can complete activities and take over control point at the same time, because when you take over one control point, it will count for one activity. Now you need to complete 3 control points. So if you take over 3 control points, it will take over 3 activities. So these 2 can actually be done together. So if you look in the open world map, you'll see that we have multiple activities here. You have public execution, territory control, resource convoy. So you can do any of those. Those will count. Like I said, if you just do control points, any of these control points, those will also count as activities, plus you'll complete the control points. The next one is complete Grand Washington Hotel main mission. This one is very easy to do. If you go over here, all you need to do is go to Grand Washington Hotel, just toggle it on, put on whatever difficulty you want. Once you complete this, that will be completed. Loot items, that's just anytime you kill an enemy, you loot the item. You need to do that 25 times. Very easy, self-explanatory. Deconstruct items, this one's super easy to do too. This one's super easy to do. All you need to do is mark an item for deconstruction. Just go like this and deconstruct, and that's it. So do that 25 times, and that is really easy there. Now, to optimize an item for all of you new players, maybe you don't know how to do this. Let me show you real quick. So all you need to do is select an item that needs to be optimized. As you can see here, this one is almost maxed as 14.9. I'm going to get it to 15%. At the bottom, it says optimize. What we're going to do is, as long as you have the materials, you can optimize it. Now, you will need to have the max row in your library to be able to optimize it to that max level. So that's just something for you to keep in mind. But as long as you do this one time, that's it. Super easy to do. And the final one is complete Capital Building Stronghold. I'll show you on the map real quick. So Capital Building Stronghold is going to be this one over here. You just have to toggle it on. If you guys don't know how to do that, you just go difficulty, select the difficulty, and it will go. You can do that on any difficulty, and then you'll be complete with journey number 1. So on to journey number 2. Remember, you only need to do 6 of these, and then you can unlock the active modifiers, and this is where it gets really fun. The first one is kill 2 assault hostiles with a headshot by using only 1 magazine. So for this one, my recommendation is come over to viewpoint, and what you're gonna do is you can put it on any difficulty. Just put it on story, pretty easy to do. You're gonna put on a nice little, maybe one-shot sniper build, and then all you have to do is push in. There's usually 3 or 4 assault guys, and they're gonna have like little 1 chevron above their head, and I'm gonna show you that real quick. You can see right in front of us, you see above their head 1 chevron. This is an assault, this is an assault, that guy back there is an assault, and all you would have to do is kill these guys 25 times. Boom. You see, just in the headshot. If you have a nice hot shot build, you can do that. Very simple to do, and that's it. Pretty simple, right? And then when you shot them, all you have to do is go over to your thing, retoggle the mission, start it over, and then just do this 25 times. And that's all you need to do for kill 2 assault hostiles with a headshot by using only 1 magazine. Very simple to do. You got to do that 25 times total. We're going to head over here. It says kill enemies with grenades. This one is super easy too. You can literally do this in the same spot. What I like to do on this one is I actually put this one on like hard, and then you're gonna just run in there with the grenade. You grab the foam.
We're getting off easy by pulling guard duty. Hostiles could attack at any moment.
You're gonna foam them, and then you throw a nade, and just launch 2 nades.
Screw you.
There you go. And just do that for 10 kills and you're done with that one. Kill snipers with headshot. To do this 25 times, what I did is I honestly skipped on this one, but I'm gonna show you the mission that I would do. If you guys have Battle for Brooklyn, I would come over to H5 Refinery. Now you could do this on any difficulty, so you could actually put it on normal, hard, however you want. I'm gonna put it on hard real quick. You're just gonna run through here. At the very beginning, you're gonna run into two snipers. So you just come over here, and you just have to do this 25 times. Personally, I actually skipped on this one, but I will show you really quick how you guys can knock this one out. Hostiles ahead. You're gonna get, you have one sniper up here and one sniper up there. So just hit this sniper. Wait, hold on. You got a sniper here. And that's it. You get two snipers at the beginning and then you just start it over and over. And that's how you can do 25 snipers very fast. For break all armor pieces on a tank before eliminating them, this one is super easy to do, especially since we do have bank headquarters invaded. Now you can do this on any heavy, but this is where you can actually find them pretty quick. So if you guys are following this guide this week, this is a great one. We're gonna do here, okay, we're just gonna kill these guys right here, and you guys are gonna run right inside. So as you come into here, you're gonna see the big heavy here. Clear out all the enemies around him, right? And then I'll show you how quick it is. Just shoot his chain if you can. There you go. Once you have his chain done, then you can just focus on his other piece. Remember, he's gonna have his two legs, his arm. Hold on. There you go. There you go. So once you break his leg, just keep shooting his chain again. Do the same thing again. You're gonna shoot his arm. Remember, he has right side and left side you have to do. There you go. We did the back. Shoot that one. You're gonna shoot his other arm. You could do his helmet too if you want. There you go. Helmet's done. I don't care about breaking that last piece, the other piece. We're gonna do his left side once he... I'm gonna let him come down the stairs real quick. There you go. Now I can focus on his left side. There, got that side. We're gonna do his other side. There you go. We just have his chest now. So we did his both legs. Just you shoot his chest. There you go. So now, two legs, the chest, the arms, and he's done. So that's all you guys have to do. Then you finish him, and that's it. Pretty simple to do there, and that would break all armor pieces on a tank before eliminating them. Now you can do this with any tank. Kill rushers from at least 10 meters away. Those are any of those rushers that come with the shotgunners. For the cleaners, it's the guys with the shields. I personally like using the cleaners, and I'll show you a mission I really like for this one. So if you come over to Brooklyn and you go to Dumbo Skate Park, and then you can put this on any difficulty you want. It doesn't really matter. But again, what you're gonna wanna do is just clear these guys out real quick. And I'll show you what the rushes look like. These are the rushes right here. Once you kill them within 10 meters, that will count as one. And that's all you have to do. You see how many rushers are? Wait, we have 2 rushers already at the very beginning. Here's another rusher there. That's 3 rushers popped up in this one area. So just make sure you're within 10 meters though. What you could do is you could restart it if you want, or you could just keep doing cleaners. I feel like those cleaner shield guys, there's so many of them, it's actually a perfect mission to do it. But again, cleaners, Warlords of New York, or this have worked really good for me, so that's what I kind of do for the rushers. Capture all control points in a named zone. You have to do 3 of these. So what that means is, if you look right here, this is considered a named zone. So if you ever look target loot, see 1 named zone, 2 named zones. So this would count as 1, this would count as 2. So you can do this in New York, you can do this in DC, but you need to capture 3 of these named zones. So if you're in DC, you'll see any of these named zones. You see the little squares? So wherever there's control points, you would have to capture those. Recommendation is capture the ones that have like 2. So down here is 2 control points. Kill enemies while your global modifier boost is at least half. Kill enemies while your global modifier boost is at maximum. So what it means is, if you notice here, if you were to come to Brooklyn, you capture this will be maximum. If you look at the top left, you're gonna see that little symbol, that is max. So for the first one, it's at half, and then if you wanna do it on maximum, it is like this. So you would need to capture the full map to be at maximum. That's why either Brooklyn or New York is the easiest, because there's only 4 name zones in New York. In Brooklyn, there's 2 name zones. So this keeps me at maximum. So yeah, you see at the top. Now, like I said before, you only need to do 6, and then you can claim these, and then you can start working on Journey Mission 3. So for the first objective on Journey Mission 3, it says break the shields of hyena shields before killing them. This one is actually really easy to do. All you have to do is look for any hyena shields. You can do control points. You can do missions with the hyenas. When you see the hyena shields like these, shoot the shields first, break it, and then kill them. Now you need to do this a total of 10 times. And then once you do that, well, you will have unlocked passive modifier, unfriendly fire, that now you can use to do the next objective. For this one, you just need to kill an enemy by deflecting damage while using unfriendly fire, which is the passive modifier that now you can equip. So if you go to your modifiers, you go down to the bottom where it says unfriendly fire, you want to equip that one. So if you look, shooting a hyena shield deflects your bullets, dealing 50% of the damage to each enemy within 10 meters of the target. So we need to find shields, we shoot the shields, and when you shoot the shields, it's gonna do damage to the enemies around them. So do hyenas, find the shields, shoot the shield, and you'll see those enemies start to die around them. Now you need to do this a total of 25 times, but it's that simple. Just find a few hyenas, you can do control points, anything that has hyenas, and you see these shields. The next one is activate spiced up under 20% armor. First step is make sure you have spiced up as your active modifier. Now this one is actually really easy to do. What you're gonna do is let enemies destroy your armor, and when you lose all your armor, you're going to activate spiced up, so you'll be under that 20%. And then you can do this. You do not have to survive. If you survive, if you die, just do this 5 times. Very simple. The next one is gain 50 stacks of spiced up. This is super easy to do because if you read the spiced up description, it tells you each successful hit on an enemy adds a stacking of weapon damage. So you need to proc spiced up. You remember, it's gonna break all your armor, leave you at just health, but it's gonna give you a boost in health. You can't aim down sights, so using something like the ACS and SMG works really good, but building that stack, you just have to hit those weapon shots. A cool tip that I like doing is if you pull out your shield, it allows you to aim a little bit easier even though you can't aim down the sights. Now for this next one, kill 5 hostiles during one use of spiced up. I actually have the perfect mission for this one. You guys can actually do this at Jefferson Plaza, and I'm gonna show you guys the spot. So what you wanna do is go to Jefferson Plaza, you're gonna toggle this mission, and you can do this on the difficulty you feel comfortable with. I actually dropped this down from heroic to challenging to make it a little bit easier. There's gonna be a cluster of 5 or 6 enemies. What you could do is you could actually foam them if you want, or you could just rush in there and then hit spiced up and then just shred through them. Depending on the build you have, obviously it will work a little bit different for you guys. But again, this is how I was able to do it. You can do this 5 times and be done with it that quick. Also, you guys saw a heavy there. If you guys haven't done the break armor heavy, you can use that heavy at Jefferson Plaza too. What you would do is just restart the mission, and then that is it. Do this 5 times and you're completely done. The next 3 are simple. Kill enemies while using spiced up. You got to do that 50 times. Just use spiced up, kill whatever enemies you want, any difficulty. You can do this in story mode. Just go ham. Spiced up, 50 enemies total. For the final 2, it says level up spiced up to 3 and then level up spiced up to 5. Now doing this, you just using spiced up killing enemies will work. The best way to level up spiced up, if you read the description, it says complete retaliations against hyenas, and that's gonna give you a huge chunk for spice up leveling it up. So if you guys wanna do retaliations versus hyenas or just using it, that's how you guys can get this one to level 5. The next journey is Journey Mission 4, and the first one is break weak points of immobilizers before killing them. Now this is a True Sons faction. It's the ones that have the foam guns. You want to break the tank on the back first. You'll see all the foam come out, and then you want to kill them. That's easy. 10 of these and you are done. The next one says apply foam to an enemy with quicksand. So we need to add the modifier that we unlocked with the previous objective. Now what quicksand does is breaking immobilizer's weak points applies foam to all enemies within 20 meters. Super easy to do, but we have to do this 25 enemies. So just like before, you break the tank on the back, but now all the enemies within 20 meters are going to have foam on them, and you'll see the symbol. So not a hard one to do. Now for this next one, we need to make sure our active modifier is the advanced material, and then we need to eliminate eliminate hostiles using a signature weapon while using advanced material. So what we want to do is we want to proc advanced material, then use our signature weapon. Our signature weapon is going to have infinite ammo, and that's one of the cool benefits of having advanced material active. But this thing's going to hit like a truck. Just get some kills like this. You need to do that 25 times, and that's it. For the next one, you can see kill hostiles with skills while using advanced material. This is the same thing as using like your specialization. You want to proc it and then use some skills. I would recommend using some type of skill build, but very self-explanatory right here. The next one is eliminate named enemy with your signature skills. So any of those named enemies from control points, or if you guys are doing the retaliation, those will all count. The next one is use specialization skills while using advanced material. I honestly think the easiest one to do for this one is going to be the gunner class, and you can run the Banshee Pulse. Now, you would have to activate 10 different advanced materials because it only counts for the very first time you use the skill during advanced material proc. So you have to do this 10 different times. And for the final two, it's going to be level up advanced material to 3 and level advanced material to 5. Remember, you could do this just by using the advanced material, but also by doing True Sun's retaliations. We are now on to journey mission 5, and the first one is break the outcast Scorcher's gas canisters. And those are the flamethrower outcasts. You just break the tank, let it explode, and then you can kill them afterwards. But yeah, you just got to do that a total of 10 times. Just as long as you break the tank, you will get credit for it. That will unlock a passive modifier called Scorched Earth. Now, what this does is when you break a Scorcher's gas canister, it inflicts burning on all enemies within 7 meters, and it burns them until they die. And objective 2 says kill enemies with Scorched Earth. So you just need to break some of these tanks and let the burn kill at least 25 enemies. And I'll show you an example on how to speed up this process. So once you find the flamethrowers, what you want to do is break their tank, and then the enemies will burn, but it's going to be actually a slow death. But to speed up the process, once they are burning, you could just shoot them and then shoot them all the way down so they have barely any health and just let the burn kill them. And that's what I ended up doing. So another very simple one to do is just going to take you a little bit of time. The next one is keep Zealot active for 35 seconds. This one's really easy to do, and I'm going to show you the method that I used. First, make sure you add Zealot to your active modifiers. Then you're going to want to go to Federal Emergency Bunker. You're going to want to put this on whatever difficulty. Challenging works good if you're going to want a hotshot build. You could even do this on story mode, but you want to make sure it's not evaded and it's not the manhunt. And as long as it's the regular mission, yes, you can do it on whatever difficulty. I did it on challenging. What you're going to do is you're going to run down here. You're going to proc Zealot. Now remember, there's going to be like a 5-second buffer before the 15 seconds starts to count down. Once that 15 seconds starts to count down, now you can activate your one shot or whatever you guys want to do. You're just going to have to hit the shots. You're going to run in. If you have a one shot build, it's going to give you 2 seconds for every kill. That's why running like a hot shot determined one shot build works really good here, because you just can one shot all these guys, push all the way through. It's going to keep giving you time, and then you can get the total of 35 seconds. Just like I did here. And then you just got to make it all the way down here. As long as you make it all the way to the end, you should get 35 seconds of Zealot active. And it's that simple. So you can repeat that 5 times, and that's it. This next one is really easy too. It's damage 5 enemies with the final explosion from Zealot. One thing I did notice, if you kill the enemy, sometimes it doesn't count. So what I like doing is heading to Jefferson Plaza. You're going to want to make sure this one's on heroic. I tried doing this on challenging, but I ended up killing the enemies. Like I said, if you kill them, for some reason, sometimes it doesn't register. You need to just damage them. So this one works good here. Now, once you get to the top of the stairs, you're going to see in a second, that's kind of where you want to proc it. You want to rush in with about 6 seconds left. Using foam is amazing here, and you'll see I actually have foam because they're going to cluster in. When you foam them, they kind of get stuck, and then that way you can go. So you see, I just procced Zealot. I'm kind of waiting for it to go down. As the timer starts to go down, you get within that 6, 5 second range, the least. You want to be close enough. So here, you can foam them, right? Just like I'm doing here. Sometimes they're a little bit closer than this, and then you just want to run in. And then just be around them. And as long as you hit 5 of them and you don't kill them, you will get credit for it. So that's all you have to do there. Now you do have to do this 3 times, so just reset the mission. Now for this one, I don't have any game footage, but to resist 1 million damage, a really good place to do this is probably those legendary missions where you have those heavy gunners. Just stand in front of them, let them put out an insane amount of damage on you. Once you hit 1 million, you'll see the number go up, and then just do this 5 different times. For For this one right here, all you have to do to repair 250k armor with Zealot is when the explosion goes off, be around a bunch of enemies and you'll knock this out pretty quick. From that same explosion I showed you earlier, I went from 6 to 12 out of 15. So you guys do this 15 times. Now for the final two, it's level up Zealot to 3 and 5. Remember, by using it, it levels it up. And if you do any retaliations versus outcasts, it will level it up a lot faster. So if you guys want to level this up, retaliations versus outcasts. Now we are on journey mission 6. The first one is kill enemies within 25 meters of a Riker leader. So Riker leaders are going to have the double chevron above their head. So what you want to do is don't kill them, but you can kill the enemies that are within 25 meters of them. And that's kind of how you want to play this one. Just kill enemies within 25 meters of any of those Riker leaders that have a double chevron, and you have to get 15 kills like that. And just to show you one more time, that's what the double chevron looks like. Now, once you get 15 kills around those Riker leaders, you're going to unlock Mismanage It, which is a passive modifier. Now, the way this works is when you do kill those Riker leaders, it will cause bleed to enemies within 80 meters who currently have the Rikers overheal and now will suffer bleeding. So the next task is apply bleed to an enemy with mismanagement. So just kill any Riker leader, it will apply bleed to those enemies, and then that will count as 1. You need to do that 15 times. For the next task, we need to make sure we have Say Cheese as our active modifier. As it says, we need to blind 3 enemies with 1 use of Say Cheese. This one's really easy to do. Just find a group of 3 or 4 enemies and then just use Say Cheese. And you have to do this a total of 10 times. The next one is kill blinded enemies. You have to kill a total of 50. The same thing we just did. Blind them and then kill them before they're not blinded anymore. So just like I did here, I blinded these guys. Every guy I kill will count as killing a blinded enemy. Now, if the effect goes away, it will not count. Only the guys you kill while they are blinded will count towards this. You have to do this 50 times. The next one's self-explanatory. Kill enemies while you have the shield active. So you can use the Firewall Shield or the Crusader Shield, like the shield I've been using in all of the gameplay clips. Now this next one says blind an enemy that is at least 10 meters away from you. Now the way you do this is you need to pull out your shield and then use your Say Cheese after. Using the shield at the same time as Say Cheese will extend the range of Say Cheese. You have to do this a total of 15 times. And the final two is level Say Cheese to rank 3 and level Say Cheese to rank 5. Remember, doing retaliations against Rikers is going to help improve this. Also, just by using Say Cheese will rank it up. Finally, we are on journey mission 7. And for that one, the first task is to eliminate cleaner controller drones. This one's easy to do. If you have Brooklyn, I recommend doing it there. You can either do either one of the world missions. You get a ton of controllers that you can take out their drones. Now they're gonna look like this with the little Wi-Fi signal above their head. You just gotta wait a little bit. Sometimes you have to like suppress them a little bit, but once they get into cover, they will launch their drone and then you just have to shoot it. And you just have to do that 10 times. For the next one, we're gonna need the passive modifier Bad Reception that we unlock for taking out the drones. If you read this, it says destroying controller drone breaks the controller's weak point and shocks the controller and all enemies within 20 meters of it. So we apply this and then we do the next objective, shock enemies with Bad Reception. So once you have the passive modifier Bad Reception active, all you gotta do is shoot the drone and it will shock enemies. As you guys saw, we went from 3 to 7 right there. Now you just need to do this 15 times. For the next objective, we're going to need to have the active modifier Sanitation, which is actually one of my favorite. So what we need to do is apply burn to at least 2 enemies with the initial explosion of Sanitation. This is very easy. You just run up to a group of enemies and then proc Sanitation. You just have to do this 10 times. The next one is really easy too. Reach 5 stacks of Sanitation. To do this, what you want to do is go into a big group of enemies, put them on fire, and for every enemy you have on fire, that counts as 1 stack. So you need to get at least 5 enemies on fire. Remember, you can also put enemies on fire by burning them with your burn bullets that you get from Sanitation. Now you do have to do this a total of 10 times. The next one you'll probably already have done, repair 100k armor with Sanitation. Remember, when you have a 2 stack or more, you will be healing for every enemy that's on fire. So that's why if you have a couple enemies on fire and you're taking damage, you can definitely do this one pretty quick. You have to do this over 20 times. I wouldn't stress too much about this one. The next one, keep Sanitation active for at least duration plus 10 seconds. This one, I would recommend ranking up your Sanitation to at least level 3, and then you can knock this one out really fast. Don't even worry about this one. Get your Sanitation to level 3, and then you can do this one. Now for the final two, level 3 and level 5 Sanitation, using this levels this, but the biggest level is by using sanitation and completing retaliations against cleaners. That will give you the most levels. And honestly, sanitation is my favorite, so I ended up getting level 5 without even trying. And there you have it. That is the complete guide from Journey 1 through 7. If you have any questions or any recommendations, let me know down in the comments. But hopefully now you have unlocked Journey Mission 8 Mask. I'll see you in the next one. Nothing but skills out.